EcoSense has an inbuilt activity detection system, and this can be configured using the alarm settings page and then go to activity response. So we can determine camera by camera whether the activity detection is active or not. So here we've actually set activity detection active on camera number 1, and we're going to use the simple responses, in other words those shown in this area on this page. The alternative would be for activity detection to trigger a more complex alarm zone response, but here we can actually make activity detection events be entered into the event database so that we can easily retrieve and search on them. Profile change will alter the record setting from the normal to the event settings that are pertinent to that time of the day. Whether we want to report those events via email can be enabled via this checkbox. Whether activity detection is to be enabled for all of the scheduled period, all 24 hours, can be enabled here. Whether we want to insert a still image at the instant that activity detection is first detected can be enabled here. Automatic protection of the recording associated with the activity detection events can be selected here. If we want the spot monitor to automatically switch to show the camera with activity detection active, that can be enabled here. And then on these 3 boxes we can enable activity detection on this particular camera individually, either during the day, the night or the weekend. Remember that when you've made all of your settings, then commit them by clicking the Save button. And then we'll go on to configuring activity detection zones within the picture next. To set up the active zones on a particular camera, then go to Activity Setup, and in Global Activity mode we can determine when activity detection is going to be active. So either when the camera is at its park position or preset 1, when the camera is not in motion, otherwise that would always cause an activity detection, or have it always active, and as this camera is a static camera we will set this to always active. You'll notice that in this particular scene a lot of the area has foliage in it, so we'll actually clear all of the areas, and then I will add in the active areas that I want to be sensitive to motion. So I want to be detecting people passing this area. Could continue to make other areas active as well. And in this area I can determine the sensitivity to activity, and there are 5 levels of sensitivity, starting at indoor high, which is the most sensitive, and then through indoor low, outdoor high, outdoor low, and down to very low. And in this case I'm going to set it to outdoor low to minimise the amounts of false activations I might receive from things like shadows and rain. Once we've made all of our settings, we can then click Save to commit the settings, and then we have activity detection set up on camera number 1.